Hey guys, how's it going? How is your beautiful day going on this beautiful day? I gotta be a little bit of quiet because this is the night of the Monday Night Football game. So this is after the football game ended. This is my week 6 NFL reactions. Alright, my first disappointment of the week is gonna be the Philadelphia Eagles, okay? We've already made an entire episode. Well, I guess it wasn't an entire episode, but I talked for the longest period of time about the Eagles. There's not much else I have to say. The Browns are the worst team in the league. They are the biggest train wreck in the league with zero offense whatsoever. And you beat them by 4. This is bad, Eagles. I mean, I know you won the game, but at what cost? I mean, this was awful. For the second week in a row, we're going to have the Chicago Bears on our surprises of the week. I did think they were going to win this game, but they played like a team that is 4-2. They did. They played fantastic football. I would not have expected that from them, where they blow out a team. I understand they did it last week, and I understand that they are capable of it, but I also didn't see it coming, and I got to give them a lot of credit. I got to give Caleb Williams credit. He is looking fantastic. DeAndre Swift's looking way better. Just a running game, and the run game in total is doing better, and the passing game seems to be starting to click. Williams is clicking. He had 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He played one of his better games, and he just keeps getting better every week. It's fun to watch. All right, now my second disappointment for the week. I think we saw this one coming. Dallas Cowboys. We're also going to have our second surprise of the week in this game, but we'll talk about the Lions second. Listen, this is bad. The Cowboys are bad. They are not just not performing. They are bad. They are horrid. They are the worst that you could possibly think of a team. They are awful. The Cowboys are not good. They are a very, very, very mediocre team, and at best, you can't get anything going on either side of the ball, and their run game is pretty much the issue. I mean, you have 25 yards as your leading rusher. I mean, by far the worst running unit in the league. And what baffles me a little bit is that this is 5 carries for 25 yards. He's averaging 5 yards per carry. Why did he not get the ball more? I understand you guys are playing from behind a lot in this game, so a lot of passes did have to happen. But I feel like feeding Rico a little earlier would have been a little bit better. Either way, this Dallas team is just not a good team at whatsoever. There's not a part of this team where I'm like, that's good, except when you talk about CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott's not a great quarterback. He's just not good. He doesn't win anything. I don't know when you could look at Dak Prescott's career and been like, yeah, he was an elite quarterback that year. Like, yeah, he did elite quarterback things. You can't say that for any year of his career except for probably his rookie year and last year. He's had 2 of them. And then besides that, he's just looked like a mediocre the number 15 quarterback in the league. And he's in the same tier as Jalen Hurts and Trevor Lawrence and all those guys now. He has to be in that tier because he's just not good. He's a liability to the Cowboys, and him getting an extension is why Dallas will never win a championship, because they don't have a championship level quarterback on their squad. Our second surprise of the week, the Lions. I knew you guys were good. I called you guys the best team in the league, but I did not know you were going to put belt to ass this badly. I didn't see this coming. I mean, just if you ever wanted to display, we are here, we're the best team in the league, we're back, you know. If you ever wanted to display that, that would have been what you did in this game. Jared Goff, again, like coming off of before the bye week, having a perfect game, and then coming out of the bye week and having another near perfect game. Last week, Jared Goff had 155.8. Today, he had 153.8. He's been almost perfect twice now. To be averaging 154.8 passer rating that's redonkulous. It's weird to think about. And this running game is just deadly. The Lions running game, they have the best tandem in the league. Without it isn't even close. There's not one tandem you could tell me that is even remotely close to David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. What they bring so separately but so well, like David Montgomery, just pure force, raw power, bruh. No glaze. I'm not trying to glaze this dude right now, but this dude is ridiculous when it comes to power running. He is my favorite running back to watch right now. It is so amazing watching David Montgomery because he'll run through you, but he'll also make you oh my goodness. He'll also make you touch earth. He is so fun to watch. And then Jahmyr Gibbs is just a big play guy. You're going to see him make a big play every game. He is so two-dimensional. Jahmyr Gibbs is just so two-dimensional. So they have the best rushing attack in the league, and their passing attack almost looks like the best in the league. You got so many guys catching passes here. Amon-Ra St. Brown only had 37 yards and a touchdown, and if you told me that was his stat line, I would have said, nah, he definitely had more. Jameson Williams is also coming into his own. This team is the scariest team in the league, and they are the best team in the league. I know the Vikings are on a heater. The Lions have cemented themselves as the best team in the league right now with this win. It's them, the Ravens, and the Vikings. Those are the 3 best teams in the league right now. And I gotta take the Lions. I gotta take the Lions and the Ravens over what the Vikings have showed me since last week. So, I mean, I know they didn't play this week, but I mean, what they showed me in that London game last week. You know, I'm gonna say it's kind of hard this week to find disappointments because everything kind of went how I thought it was gonna go. Like everything relatively just went like as I predicted. I'm pretty sure I went 12-2 on my picks this week. I only got the Broncos wrong and the Jets tonight. I think for my third disappointment of the week, I'm gonna go with the Arizona Cardinals. Their offense just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Kyler Murray, I don't know if it's his problem or I don't know what's going on, but they did lose Marvin Harrison early in this game. And Trey McBride had a great game. This offense just doesn't seem to put it together very well. And Kyler does make plays, but then there's other ones where he doesn't make plays, if you know what I mean. Like it's just, and this defense is not good either. The Cardinals defense, I don't think and nobody came into this season thinking this Cardinals defense was going to be good, and it's performing as it is. It's not a good defense. But you got to give props to the Packers. They played a very, very prolific game, and Arizona just couldn't keep up. And when Arizona, they're a team that their offense can keep up with the best of them when they are at their best. But their defense is so bad that it keeps them out of games. And again, when your offense doesn't perform and your defense is what your defense is, you're just not going to be a great team. You know, I expected more against the Packers. I didn't expect them to win. I didn't say they were going to win. I definitely did expect more from the Cardinals in this game, just to make it a little bit closer, not such a big blowout where, you know, by halftime I'm kind of like, I kind of know who won that. All right, my third surprise for the week, we are going to talk about the Buccaneers. They put up 51 points on the Saints, and hey, for once I got the Saints right. They're not a good team, but they have a lot of promise with Spencer Rattler. I'll say he didn't look horrible, and it was his first ever NFL football game, so you got to give him a little credit for that. Tampa Bay looked great. Baker Mayfield threw 3 picks, but it was the least impactful 3 picks you'll ever see. The first one wasn't a great one. Like, none of them were great interceptions. But they all came, I believe, in the second quarter, which is when, if you look at my cursor, that's when the Saints scored all of their points. Besides that, Baker Mayfield was very, very good in this game. He played Baker Mayfield football, making plays in the run game at points, making good passes besides those 3 plays. And in fact, I'd say 2 of those interceptions were not really bad interceptions. It was the first one that was probably the worst for sure. If you take out the second quarter, this was a game where you look at Baker Mayfield and like, wow, this dude went crazy. You know what I mean? And then Sean Tucker and Bucky Irving, just another great running back tandem for this week. I'm not going to call them the greatest in the league or anything like that because, I mean, Sean Tucker probably got his first rushes of the season today. But Sean Tucker, whoever this dude is, I've never heard of him before today. But whoever he is, he has a big future in the, I hope, because he was very fun to watch run. He had a very good game. I want to talk about the Broncos a little bit because they are my team. I am intrigued by the end of this game. Very intrigued. I understand the first 3 quarters we played dog poop football on both sides of the ball, realistically. I mean, first half our defense wasn't great. We're kind of adjusting to not having the defensive player of the year on our team. In the second half, our defense kind of stiffened up the way that they were supposed to. But it was too little too late. But again, what I want to talk about with the Broncos is that their weapons are so unbelievably bad, which is why they are not a good team. Listen, Bo Nix, anybody who I've seen in the comments saying, oh, the O-line was bad, the Broncos O-line is bad. They're not bad at all, actually. They're one of the best units in the league. And they were, again, one of the best units in the league in this game. And when you're saying they allowed 2 sacks, which Bo Nix's escapability helped with one of those, but they had 2 sacks last week, 3. The week before that, 0. The week before that, 0. They're one of the best. They have the best scheme in the league. Sean Payton's schemes, pass rush, better than any coach in in probably NFL history. He's very good at scheming up pass rush, and they are good at it. The Broncos offensive line is good at it. Bo Nix does not have the weapons to find people open. Bo Nix, the reason that he's under pressure a lot of the time is because he has to hold on to the ball, because nobody, not a single soul is open. Not a single soul. There is nobody open ever on this team. Courtland Sutton doesn't get open. He had a spectacular catch, but other than that, I mean, it's just, you can take Courtland out of the game. You can be like, fine, if he head tops us one time, if he jumps over our corner one time, that's fine. We'll take one of those per game. We'll take one Sutton bean per game, okay? But what Courtland's never going to do is go up against a number one cornerback and beat them off the point of the attack. It's never going to happen. You're never going to see it happen. And the play calling is not great either, because when you don't have weapons, this is the problem with Sean Payton's offense, with the way Sean Payton runs his offense when it comes to the Denver Broncos' current state. We don't have weapons. Sean Payton's offense relies on the ability to have weapons. He had Michael Thomas, who was one of the best route runners in the league at the time. He had 149 catches that year. 149. That is the record by like 6. Okay? He had 1,700 yards. His offense runs off of a playmaker who can beat a guy one-on-one and attract a lot of attention. And the Broncos do not have one of those guys. They don't have a tight end that can do it. They don't have a wide receiver that can do it. They don't have anything that can beat anybody at the point of attack. And you know who they could use right now for that type of thing? Jerry Motherfluffin' Jeudy. And as much as I don't like Jerry Jeudy, as much as I hope that he sucks on the Browns, and I'm glad that he's on the Browns, because I don't like Jerry Jeudy. He is a guy that will get himself open. Jerry Jeudy is one of the best route runners that the league has seen. He just doesn't get the ball his way. We needed somebody like Jerry Jeudy on the team right now. Now, Jerry couldn't catch. That was his issue. But at least he'd be open. At least Bo would have somewhere to look. None of these guys, Troy Franklin, Courtland Sutton, Marvin Mims, Lil Jordan Humphrey, none of those guys are route guys. Those guys are not going to go beat a number one corner. They're not going to do it. They have their niche, which their niche is good for beating nickel corners or beating corner number twos. That is not good for beating a number one corner or beating top corners in the league. It's not something that's going to work. And it only works when you have a number one wide receiver on the other side of the ball taking attention from you. Like Marvin Mims would be perfect if he had any attention taken off of him, but Courtland Sutton doesn't provide that. Courtland Sutton would be a great number 2 wide receiver on any team. He is not a wide receiver 1, and Denver is in desperate need for a wide receiver 1 or a difference maker. We need it. We need it in the passing game, because we're never going anywhere if Bo Nix can stand in the pocket for 10 seconds and not have anyone to throw to. That's kind of my big rant right now. Audric Estime needs to get the ball more. He ran pretty well. I know he only got 2 rushes, but the one rush he got, the 111-yard rush was pretty good. Javonte had some good rushes as well. We were playing from behind pretty early in this game, so we did have to start passing. But you'd like to see more running the ball, because Javonte, he showed some promise and production in some of his runs. Like I said, it speaks somewhat to the play calling of Denver. It's just bad play calling. Like we can't run plays that would be good for a team with a number 1 wide receiver. We got to take into account the fact that we don't have that on the team and scheme accordingly. And it just doesn't seem like Sean Payton's doing that. And it should not be blamed on Bo Nix, although Bo Nix does make some bad plays, but he is playing as well as he can right now, as in my personal opinion, with how he's being, with the tools he's set with. If he had a Terry McLaurin, if he had a Keenan Allen or a DJ Moore, I guarantee you that he would be in similar talks with those quarterbacks right now. But he doesn't. He has nobody. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a like, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 views before, or 1,000, not views, 1,000 subscribers before 2025. Hopefully we can get there. With that being said, like the video, comment down below what you think, and see you in the next one.